Now, well over 2 years ago, I made a video in which I listed off the history of almost every Sonic meme and internet joke the internet had to offer. However, as you can gather by the existence of the video you're watching at this very moment, we still got unfinished business. Since as of that video, there's been tons of new developments in the industry of Sonic memeing, whether it be from games, movies, or anything in between, or even just stuff that I glossed over and missed the first time around. However, I think it's time to get back into the land of memes. I mean, it's only been like a month. I'm itching. I'm itching to do it. So without any further ado, let's just hop right into it, starting with what else but...
You're too late, Sonic! I am now Forklift certified! Oh my god!
Now, the Forklift meme obviously didn't originate with Eggman, since it's been around since at least 2016, with this classic Facebook group, which is the direct origin from what I can tell. However, the Forklift certified meme would remain strong until 2022, where Reddit user MeMeBoy099 would create this image, using the SA2 model of Eggman, reminiscing on how Sonic could never beat him now that he's Forklift certified. A truly historic image, I'm aware, but it would only be reinforced when Twitter user CoolDiscs101 would create his own fandub of the image, solidifying it in Sonic's history. One for the ages here, I tell you what. I mean, personally, I can't even think of a better role model for the youth of this generation. Someday they may even be Forklift certified themselves. All it takes is some courage, some luck, and to click your heels 3 times. After that, though, one of the bigger memes to come out since the initial release of my video was this image of Rouge not being able to sleep, done by artist Lunarium. It's of course a parody of this iconic meme, which is a woman texting her boyfriend that she can't sleep, to which he replies that he can and just dips. And of course replacing them with Knuckles and Rouge is just comedy gold, and the art is just done so well, which makes the meme even better. As well, I really like how Knuckles is sleeping on the Master Emerald. I mean, that's just amazing. And even beyond this, a lot of people will post this version, which adds an edited clip from the Sonic Forces dialogue sections, which Knuckles of course reminds you how much sleep you should be getting to stay healthy. What an absolute legend. Then after that, there's another one that features the SA2 Eggman model. However, this time, he's running down City Escape. Now, this one's just sort of been everywhere, in the way of it's kind of hard to track down the exact origin, but from what I could find, the oldest and most popular upload featuring this mod was from the YouTube user Tonique, uploaded all the way back in 2016. However, in the last year or two, it really has blown up. I mean, it makes sense, this is one of the funniest GIFs you'll ever see in your entire life. But even outside of the realm of Eggman, pretty much every character ever has been edited into this, and it's just sort of led to a phenomenon of green screening every single character ever running from the gun truck. I mean, this is just classic. Some good old-fashioned meme making right here. Putting in characters like Peter Griffin, SpongeBob, Lightning McQueen, and pretty much any other meme character you can think of. I mean, this is pretty much the Smash Ultimate or Avengers Endgame of memes, because pretty much every character ever is here. It's just iconic. After that, we got another one that released after my video, being the one and only Ugly Sonic. I wouldn't really say if I would consider this a meme, but it's my video and I want to. Of course, being a pivotal plot point of the critically acclaimed Disney Plus original, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Ugly Sonic is an icon for any and all living organisms in this multiversal realm. He rides alongside the FBI and stops crimes before they even happen. As we all know, crime rate in the Los Angeles area has been down 84% since Ugly Sonic took office, and we expect it to be down to 0% by 2056. But in all seriousness, let's be real, he was the only highlight of that whole movie. Well, actually, him and Sweet Pete. I forgot about our boy Sweet Pete. Oh, right, and the cheese guy. I like the cheese guy. Oh yeah, and Tigra, she was cool. And Freddy Fazbear, he was pretty epic. After that, though, we've got to talk about the Uncanny Sonic sprite, or known by its other name, You Have Alerted the Sonic. Originating from the similarly named You Have Alerted the Horde, in which a horde of terrifying creatures or zombies or something are alerted to your presence and are now after you. However, this one, of course, takes it into the Sonic realm. And it's like I always say, every popular Twitter meme is eventually going to get both a Sonic and FNAF version of it. But this one's, of course, an edited version of the turn Sonic does on the Sonic CD intro screen. And there's this altered version of the sprite that looks creepier with his arm down that came from a Reddit user, which made it infinitely creepier. And the tagline was added by Twitter account Sonic CD Mania, but it's completely unknown who made the original GIF. Unless they're watching right now and want to reach out to me, that would be pretty cool. I mean, the guy who made the awesome AFTN edit reached out to me, that was goated. So we might be able to do the same here, come on boys. Then after that, there's one that I did briefly touch on in one of my useless fact videos. However, I have yet to explain the deep social impact that Shadow Trump has left on the world, originating from the absolutely iconic and critically acclaimed film, The Queen's Corgi. This is, of course, the absolutely historic scene where United States President Donald J. Trump, to where he grabs one of her guards and says the biblical line,
Royal selfie, cheesesteak!
However, as we all know, the scene would be edited and turned into this masterpiece, with Shadow from the intro cutscene of his own game put into Trump's arm. There's nothing I could say about this masterpiece that hasn't already been taught as gospel within every church across the globe. So all I can do is give my respects to Shadow in this iconic image. Though if you're unaware, the whole joke here is that Kirk Thornton, the voice of Shadow, also voiced Trump in the movie, which is just hilarious. and I couldn't find out who edited the original image, but if you're out there, feel free to reach out. I'd love to shake your hand personally.
I want to shake his hand.
But speaking of Donald Trump, there's this other Trump Sonic meme, surprisingly, with this video from all the way back in 2016, which I'm just gonna let speak for itself.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
By the way, I'm not political at all, I just think this is really funny. They want to take away the Phantom Ruby from America, they want to give it to China, the Phantom Ruby. They say the Phantom Ruby's racist. After that though, let's get on to another one that I'm surprised I didn't bring up in the last video. Ow the Edge. Coming from 4chan all the way back in 2012, someone simply took the box art to Shadow the Hedgehog and added some black bars over some of the letters, resulting in the spelling of the iconic phrase. Then after that, it was turned into the smaller image, with just Shadow's face and the iconic sentence. And since then, it's been pretty much everywhere, and it's just a staple of any cliche, dark, or edgy cartoon or fictional character, or any It's Not a Phase Mom starter pack, and they even took to making other versions of it based off of logos and completely different franchises, which is just awesome. I mean, this is pretty much just everywhere when you think about it. It even made it into Hell of a Boss, hell yeah. However, after that, a more recent thing I want to mention is the realization that the Google Play Twitter account is weirdly obsessed with Sonic. If you somehow haven't heard of this by now, just look at some of these posts. 1991 Sonic. The cover, rotund, husky, still fast as lightning. The actual game, 8-bit glory. 2003 Sonic. Who needs running at the speed of light when you can hitchhike? 2020 Sonic. It was a strange year for us all. Let's leave it at that. 2018 Sonic. Weirdly looked like 90s Sonic. Retro. Like, this cannot be human. There is no way. A lot of people are assuming this is run by AI, which would probably be a slam dunk if it wasn't for the fact that they've been doing this stuff since 2020, and it's gotten so bad that they've been getting an intervention from both the Twitter community notes, which constantly have to correct them on what the hell they're blabbering about, and even the official Sonic Twitter account simply asks, "What are you doing?" This is one of the most fascinating, out-of-touch corporate accounts I have ever seen. Well, I mean, can you even say they're, like, out of touch? Because whoever wrote this clearly is not a functioning human being or member of society. My theory is that they're just using some primitive AI that was before the big AI boom of the last year or so, and they just left it on and let it continue doing whatever the hell it's doing. So a little update here, apparently Google came out and said it wasn't AI, which, yeah, no, cap, wrong. I call bullcrap. Nah. How long until they post a picture of Scrap the Rabbit saying something like, Sonic Boom 1996, is this a green Sonic? Retro. However, after that, I think we pretty much got to that point in the video where it's the smaller memes that don't have much to talk about. So let's just hop right into it. Starting with, I eat unhappy meals now, which sort of goes along with one of the previous entries. However, this one's just a singular image being with Shadow from the SA2 ending, cropped out with the iconic text overlaid. It's just incredible. And super completely unrelated side note, while I was looking up images for this part, I found that PETA had a McDonald's protest where they had the same slogan. And this is, it sure is. Then there's Knuckles' iconic rant on feminism from Sonic Boom, which I'm sure we've all heard 1,000 times, but fuck you, here's the 1,000th and first. You know, Amy, anytime someone calls attention to the breaking of gender roles, it ultimately undermines the concept of gender equality by implying that this is the exception and not the status quo. Then there's one I'm not too sure if I mentioned the first time around, but I'm kinda sure I didn't, but here it is anyway, just to be safe.
Return to sender!
But then we've got to talk about the videos by Jet, who makes awesome redubs of Sonic game cutscenes, with custom subtitles and plots and everything, and they're just oh so hilarious. Like Sonic being in prison and listing off his rap sheet, Sonic talking to Sage about how Frontiers has pop-in and how a rail will just randomly appear in front of him, Vector being interrogated while being a bigot to the other animals. It's just amazing. Go watch it for yourself at some point. Next up though, I feel like the comments are gonna point this out if I don't mention it, but pretty much all the Sonic content farms. Like, what do you want me to say here? They bad. This stuff is genuinely repulsive and should not be allowed near children. Like, no, I don't need to see Buff Shadow and his son Tiny Shadow flex on the haters and hang out with Rouge and Amy and stuff. Like, dear God, please stop. And then finally, what better way to end than with the end itself? As if you don't remember when Frontiers came out and everybody was disappointed at the not even worth discussing final boss. It was literally just a Space Invaders clone, what do you want? But of course, everybody quickly took to memeing the hell out of it, considering it was literally just a giant purple moon. Like, who in their right mind at Sonic Team thought this was a good idea? Like, we had an evil-ass sorcerer woman who manipulates you the entire game, a monster from the core of the earth which harnesses all the darkness and evil the globe has, the literal god of the entire sun, but nah, big purple moon, go ooh ooh. Like, what do you want from us? I mean, at least they gave us a better fight in that update, though you did have to do that stupid-ass boss rush in order to get there. I mean, what the hell was up with the ending of this game in general? Jesus Christ.
Say hello to the Scream Extractor. Hello.
But anyway, I guess that's it for this one. Thank you for sticking around for now 2 of these epic Sonic meme adventures. As you can probably guess, these are super interesting and fun to make, because I get to both find out about new things and reminisce about the old. And as I've been teasing, I have a very big announcement coming sometime very, very soon, which you guys have been clamoring for a while now, so get your piggy banks ready with that. But anyway, if you want me to cover any of the franchise memes, let me know in the comments below. I have plans to cover both Marvel and Star Wars at some point, so that'll be fun. But let me know what you guys would like to see, and I guess that's it for me. Subscribe right now or I'll whack you with my Uganda Knuckles U2s.